here's what not to do. And throw the hook. Instead, I step first. Hey, what's up everybody? Shane here. You're not gonna introduce, you need me to introduce you? Bob heard himself talking in Fight Tips video like 6 months ago for the first time. He's like, oh my God, that's what I sound like. Anyway, this is Bob, I'm Shane. Today we're talking about the check hook. Different coaches have different names for certain punches, and there's different variations of the check hook. I wanna give you my definition and cover all the variations that I know, because there is some crucial information about the check hook. And if you're not moving your feet correctly, it can actually be a very dangerous punch to throw. Because you can get countered very easily. So I want to make sure that we are throwing it effectively and safely so that you don't get caught when throwing the check hook. Let's take a look. That rhymed. Did you catch that? Check hook, take a look. All right, first thing I want to talk about in today's video is actually Wikipedia's definition of the check hook. I hope you're not learning how to fight by reading Wikipedia articles. Obviously, you should be learning how to fight by watching YouTube videos. Get it? No, what I'm saying is make sure that you check your sources. In that article, the way that they define the check hook is, here Bob, you mind stepping to the side here, pal? Thank you. The way that they define it is throwing a lead hook while combining proper footwork, being pivoting on the lead foot and swinging the rear leg back 180 degrees. Let's demonstrate that. All right? The theory, and they're right in this, is that if someone is lunging in towards you, if your opponent is coming in with a shot, you can hit them with this check hook and they'll continue going that way and you'll completely evade them. Just like a matador playing with the bull, right? He's got the cape in front of him, the bull comes charging in, he moves to the side, and the bull keeps going. And that's correct, that is the point of the check hook. But here's what I want you to do. You guys are familiar with the center line, right? Being the line of fire, the danger zone when you're throwing your straight punches. I want you to throw a right hand as I throw this check hook. Ready? Throw a right hand. Back. If I don't step off the center line first, if I just pivot, my head doesn't move. It stays right in that line of fire. Watch, I'll do it in slow motion. I'm just gonna pivot on this foot and swing the back leg. Boom, that's how I get caught. In fact, a great example is round 9, Chris Algieri against Manny Pacquiao. Chris gets caught a couple of times doing this. But in round 9, he starts circling, he's working his jab, he's light on his feet, he's keeping them at bay, and then his foot gets stuck here. He swings this back leg and he tries that check hook on Manny and boom, gets sat down, okay? Here's what we need to do differently, is I need to take my head offline first by stepping, then I can pivot and throw. So that's it, it's just that minor details. Make sure that you step first, then do it. This can be when they're coming in towards you, bang, I step out, maybe I'm coming in, and then I step and pivot and cut that angle. But either way, I can't just pivot, I need to step first. All right, that's not what I call a check hook though. How I define it is combining the pivot and the step together. To me, this is a step and a lead hook. But if I want to combine it and call it a check step or a check hook, this is one that I learned from Coach Tom Willock out of Norwegian Combat Academy, is taking that pivot and step and combining it into one step. So what I'm going to do is take this lead foot, I'm just going to step out 90 degrees to my left. Right? As I do that, I'm going to sit the weight back so I take my head offline. I'm going to keep my shoulder up and I'm going to throw the hook. Bang. And you can see my head, if this is the center line, is now off of that center line. Bang. All right? The way that Coach Tom teaches it, and I like this combo really well, is fighting going backwards. Someone's stepping in towards you, he steps back on the jab, he steps back on the cross. You don't want to go backwards more than 2 steps, and then you got to cut an angle. So what he does is, bang, does that check step, and then from here you adjust. Now, another little added bonus I'm going to demonstrate on Bob here. You get a bonus in this video, because I like this to seamlessly transition into a southpaw stance. All right, so again, here's what not to do, is if I just plant this foot and throw the hook, just bang, Bob's going to catch me. So instead, I step first, now here comes that check hook. Or to me, again, that's just a regular hook. So I step and hook. If I combine it, it's what I call a check hook. Some people call this a European step or a Russian step because a lot of these fighters use this, is I'm going to step out and throw the hook at the same time, keeping my chin protected with my shoulder, firing off that hook to the head. Now, here's that added bonus I was talking about. Instead of just throwing it and repositioning to orthodox, I like to transition into southpaw. So I go here to southpaw. Now I can follow up from here. Let's say I caught him with that hook and he stumbles back and I gotta close the distance and hopefully finish the fight. I'm gonna go like this. All right? Now, another mistake that Wikipedia made was in there they say a picture-perfect example of the check hook is when Floyd Mayweather used it in the 10th round against Ricky Hatton. And again, I want you guys to watch that footage because he does not swing his back leg 180 degrees. In fact, what he does is this European or Russian or check hook, where as Hatton's coming in, Mayweather's back is up against the ropes, he steps his lead foot first. And he goes bang, and then steps that back foot. Again, getting off the center line, getting out of the way of fire, then playing the matador against the bull. All right, but don't just stand there straight in front of them and just pivot this foot because your chin is exposed, your head is still in that line of fire. No good to do this. Boom. Step first, then go, or combine it with that right there. There it is, the check hook. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Now remember, with that check hook, just think about the name, check. The shape of a check isn't a straight line. It's got that 90-degree angle in it. So when you're throwing it, if someone's coming towards you, you have to make sure that you cut that angle, or cut that angle. If you're going towards them, cut that angle, cut that angle. What I'm saying is you got to get off center line. I'm making a lot of weird noises. You're not making any noises. The point being is if I stand straight in front of you and I just pivot, look where my chin is. It's still on that center line, in the direct line of fire. I first need to step, then pivot, or I can combine the step and the pivot together with that European step, that Russian step, that check hook, whatever you want to call it. If you like these types of videos, you're going to love the Team Network on FightTips.com. Click the link down below. You get 2 weeks absolutely free on there. You can get access to all of our exclusive courses and our community features on there, meaning that you can share your footage, your training logs. You can ask questions and you get direct feedback from myself, from the other coaches, and from all of the other members from across the world on there. I would love to have you on the team. You got nothing to lose. 2 weeks absolutely free. Check it out. If you don't love it, you can cancel and you won't get charged a penny. All right, until next time, I'm Shane. This is Bob. Fight Tips for the Underdogs.